Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to a brand new Locals feature match. Here we are in round 3 for the week, and we have Cyber Dragons on the left. Different Cyber Dragon player than we had on the previous round versus Invoked, Dogma, Springan. I don't know the exact correct pronunciation or spelling. I know it's Spriggan or Springan. Not the first time this player has used that engine in Invoked. Pretty interesting stuff. I don't really know what a lot of the cards do for the deck, but should be pretty cool to see it here on display. And I hope you guys enjoy the match. And as they get started here, let's take a look at the poll results. Ask you guys who you thought would win. And just about 2,000 votes, and 54% of the vote going to invoke Dogma Spriggan as the victor. So let's see if you guys are correct. We'll see him lead with that copy of Ecclesia. And go ahead and search a Fleur-de-Lis. And set to and pass. And I believe our Cyber Dragon player opening up Red Reboot, Imperm. I see a copy of Evenly as well. Wow. Okay, a lot of going second cards here in this deck. I mean, a lot is an understatement. Main decked Red Reboot and Evenly. Not messing around here. We're going to see our Invoke player here lead with a copy of Springan's Watch, I believe is the name of that card. That's going to go ahead and search out the field spell, I believe, the Golgonda Sea. Gold Golgonda, whatever it's pronounced. Yeah, Great Sand Sea Gold Golgonda, I believe. And the other card I think that was activated was the Watch. I believe so. Yeah, Springan's Watch, I think. Yeah, that goes ahead and searches the field spell. And then it looks like after that, we're going to see him actually just go ahead and pass turn. And we'll see our Cyber Dragon player, normal or hers, tack in and set to and pass. Not really the greatest opening here for either player, seemingly. We'll see our Invoke player pass once more. We're going to see him find a copy of Pot of Prosperity. Pretty nice card to see at this point to hopefully get the engine rolling. And he will go for a full Banish 6 here. And we'll see an Ash as well. So not going to be digging any deeper into the deck. We know, I think Imperm is one of the sets. We're going to see him Tribute Summon for Cyber Dragon. What a play. Activating Cyber Dragon hers to go ahead and search a copy of regular old Cyber Dragon. I think he can add one back from grave or hand. Pretty nice card hers is. And then we're going to see a copy of Dogmatica Punishment here. And we'll see what he's going to go ahead and target. Well, not target, but send. He is going to target the Cyber Dragon, of course, to go ahead and blow it up. And we'll see what he's going to go ahead and opt to send from the extra deck here. Probably Entus. Oh, not Entus. Sending a different fusion monster. I actually don't know what this fusion monster is called. I think it's Sprind the Iron Dash Dragon. Kind of an interesting looking dragon. And it says, during the end phase, this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn. You can add to your hand or special summon one Spriggan's monster or Fallon of Albaz from your deck. Pretty cool. We'll see our Cyber Dragon player pass turn after that. We're going to see him lead with Maximus. And Maximus effect is going to activate. This really isn't the deck you want a Maximus, to be totally honest, because obviously Cyber Dragon Nova is in the main. Not as just, you know, a Christmas package for Invoked players, but just a part of the engine. He's looking at Nova and maybe Infinity. He will definitely be sending Nova. And we'll see what else he is going to send. A copy of Infinity. So putting those both to the grave. We're going to see a copy of Apgalone and Titaniclad. And we're going to see Nova go ahead and spec out Rampage Dragon. Interestingly enough, I kind of thought he might have gone for a Mechaba or something. But opting to go for the Chimera Tech Rampage. And then we're going to see him go ahead and spec out the Fleur-de-Lis. And then he'll go ahead and attempt to attack over the Chimera Tech, and it's going to go ahead and be met with an Overflow, banishing hers and regular Cyber Dragon from the grave to go ahead and clear the board. We got a kind of a nice back and forth game here, and I believe that Apgalone went and searched a Schism and discarded an Invocation. End phase, we're going to see the Titaniclad go ahead and search another Dogmatica or spec it. It's going to go for Ecclesia, and then Ecclesia effect will go ahead and add another copy of Punishment for next turn, and then we'll see him pass turn. Cyber Dragon player still has that Dark Magician in hand, which is not super nice to have here. But we will see our Cyber Dragon player here lead with the Chimera Tech Rampage, going ahead and dumping Core and hers which is really, really nice here, especially in this kind of simplified game state. Hers will go ahead and add back core, and I believe now it can make attacks up to the number of monsters sent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think the effect to destroy spell or traps is when it's fusion summoned. But it looks like here we're going to see a preemptive Shaddoll Schism. I think Rampage is a dark, and we're going to see Red Reboot get slammed down. He's probably shocked about that, honestly. Main deck Reboot. I'd be kind of shocked too. Maybe not so much if I'm playing against Cyber Dragon. The deck loves to go second, so maybe that makes a little more sense, a little less shocking. Looks like you went ahead and set an Imperm from the deck, and we're going to go ahead and see the Cyber Dragon core. Go ahead and add an emergency, activate emergency to go ahead and add Noxter, and then Noxter effect pitching Cyber Dragon, and this is going to go ahead and revive Cyber Dragon, and then we're going to go ahead and see him link into Anaconda. And yeah, okay, remember here, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there's a lock that Noxter puts you in, but luckily that being caught here. And then we're going to see Battle Phase attack, and I think this might be game here. Yeah, I think that's going to be game. That's just an OTK with Seeger and Rampage Dragon, and we're into a game 2 situation just like that. Yeah, rather quick OTK there. Kind of expected, though, from a deck like Cyber Dragon, especially when you have that red reboot. Just kind of sealed it right there. And in game 2, no surprise to see that Cyber Dragon is going to be made to go first, but as we saw in the last feature match, you know, if anything was going to show us how good this deck is at going first, it was that. This deck is capable of putting up some really good boards. Still same sideboard here. Well, I guess similar main deck. A lot of going second cards here. Probably wasn't expecting to be made to go first. So a lot of those going second cards in the hand or in the deck at this point going to be less than optimal. He will find a copy of Emergency, though, with that Prosperity. And that is going to go ahead and grab a copy of Core. And I'll go ahead and normal summon the Core. And then he's going to go ahead and search a copy of, let's see here, copy of Overflow. Be interesting to see if you can get to the, oh yeah, I was going to say, can you get to that Infinity Dragoon board? But yeah, Machine Dupe kind of goes ahead and answers that question for us already. We're going to see him overlay into Nova, link into Almirage with the Core, and then activate Nova to go ahead and spec back a Cyber Dragon. And there's the Anaconda. And we're going to go ahead and see him pay 2k for the Dragoon. And we'll see if this resolves here. I think I see an Imperm, but he's going to need a second hand trap if he wants to dodge this Infinity. And it looks like it will resolve. Dark Magician in hand, 2 games in a row. Very unfortunate. Very loyal Dark Magician. Dark Spellion. Everybody's favorite brick. So we're going to see him get to that classic Dragoon Infinity Overflow end board. And it looks like our Invoke player has opened up Schism and the Field Spell on top of that Imperm. And I think an Invocation and an Evenly Matched. And I think one of the cards there, I can't really tell what it is. Looks like it's maybe Nadir Servant. But this is going to be kind of a difficult board to break. Of course, the Evenly will help. But, you know, that's still 2 Omni Negates. We'll see him go to the battle phase. He'll activate Dragoon, pitching an Evenly Matched of his own. So he will go ahead and gain 1,000 here, putting it up to a 4,000 attack Dragoon. There's the normal summon of Alistair. I feel like you really can't let the Alistair resolve. I mean, maybe you can, though. Like, maybe this is not such a huge threat. There's no Meltdown. And if there was a Meltdown, it definitely probably would have been played first, unless you're trying to be really, really smooth with it. Let him add the Invocation first. But, I mean, Mechaba is really not such a huge problem. I don't know. Another thing to keep in mind here is if he does get access to Mechaba, the Overflow in the backline will be threatened because he actually has a trap in hand here. And he can go ahead and pitch that Schism, which, I mean, is a pretty valuable card to go ahead and discard here for Mechaba. But, you know, could threaten that Overflow. But he's going to still be able to get to Mechaba regardless because the Invocation was in hand. And, of course, Invocation Recycling. And there's Nadir Servant. Such a powerful follow-up card to have here. Like, really, really strong. I don't know how much of the Springan's engine we'll get to see this game. It does have the Springan's cards in it, as you can see, but not really sure what the synergy is. Probably just light targets, link fodder maybe. Again, I don't know. Really, I've seen very little of the Springan's engine, and again, this isn't the first time this player in particular has played a very interesting engine in a deck like this is Fusion Turbo. Well, this isn't necessarily his Fusion Turbo deck. That's the Fusion War Crime deck with Trickstar, Anaconda Turbo, Alistair Package, and Fusion Destiny and Red Eyes Fusion all in one deck. And if that sounds horrible, it's because it is, especially to play against. But this Nadir Servant is going to go ahead and fire off here. Go ahead and send Entis. Go ahead and search. And it looks like he will go ahead and add the Maximus. Entis will pop the Infinity. And we're going to see him summon the Maximus here. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and opt to take the Maximus challenge again. We know Nova's still in the extra deck. I think he at least plays 2 copies. I would imagine, unless he's burned through a great deal of the extra deck already. And he did Prosperity at the start of the turn, so this could be very rough here. So he's going to have to basically cut his extra deck in half right now, having only 2 cards left in it, trying to decide which are the most valuable, getting rid of a Seeger and a Chimera Tech Overdragon. And we're going to see him dump a copy of Titaniclad, and didn't get to see what the other card was. Checking the grave here. Setting the Schism that we know is in the back line. He might have dumped Apcolone and just didn't activate the effect. End phase, Titaniclad, specking out the Ecclesia, and then getting the Fleur-de-Lis, the last piece of the puzzle. And he'll go ahead and pass turn. We'll see if our Cyber Dragon player can go ahead and crack the board here. Dragoon still large and definitely in charge at this point, giving you a lot of leverage, starting with Overflow. Now that that trap is not in hand, this is going to go completely uninterrupted. And there's probably a lot of Cyber Dragons in grave that he can banish. I don't really know if there's necessarily a limit on how many you can banish to destroy. But I know it's like from hand, field, and grave. So this could be a absolutely colossal Overflow. He's going to banish 1. Just 1 here, it looks like. And I think that may be it. I'm going to go ahead and actually just look up Overflow real quick. Just because I want to know like if there's a limit on how many you can banish. Banish Cyber Dragons with different levels from your hand, face up, field, and or graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards. Yeah, so there's no limit. They just have to have different levels. And yeah, different levels. And they have to be Cyber Dragons. And it looks like he went ahead and popped the Ecclesia. That doesn't seem entirely correct. We'll see Noxter try to resolve. It'll get negated with Mechaba. Dragoon will try to negate, and then Fleur-de-Lis will come down to non-target negate. And then we're going to see Schism here, and I think this will finally out the Dragoon. If you can go ahead and summon a Dark to go ahead and send the Dragoon. And I think the game is going to drastically swing here in favor of the Invoked player here. And I really don't know why, because I was looking away from the screen when it happened, because I was looking up Overflow, but I feel like you definitely pop the Mechaba with the Overflow. I don't really see a reason not to. And then you don't have any way to threaten the Noxter. Maybe that was a bit of a misplay there. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Could be very possible. We will see him activate Core and Grave. Go ahead and spec out at hers. And with a very limited extra deck, I think that is going to go ahead and signal the end of the game. Could have probably contact fused there with the window, but you know, I don't think he had any of those Over Dragons in the extra deck. So game 3, we're gonna see Cyber Dragon go second, Ashing Ecclesia setting 1, and that will do it for the turn. Ashing Emergency, and that will do it for his turn. A lot of back and forth here. Take 15 from the Ecclesia. Pass turn. Ooh, not really. There's the Red Eyes, 2 Machine Dupes, a Lightning Storm, and 1 other card. We're just gonna see him hold the Lightning Storm for now. Wait him, a little bit longer. See if you can put more cards on the field to make that Lightning Storm a little bit more valuable. Draw for turn here. Don't know if the hand is entirely playable yet. No starters in hand, doesn't seem like. And I can't tell what that last card is. I think it might be a Jizukiru, which unfortunately isn't going to help too much here. I see a Nib, an Ash, and a Springan's monster in the hand of our Invoked player. We're going to see him draw on Veiler for turn. Another 15, so that's 3 hits of 15 so far. We're going to see him find a Prosperity. We're going to see him lead with Lightning Storm. Calling back row hits Punishment and Imperm, so it's a pretty good 1-for-2 trade there. We're going to see him activate Prosperity, and we know our Invoked player has an Ash in a very simplified game state with a lot of passing back and forth. Be a pretty good thing to Ash, because this is kind of like one of those moments where, that your opponent just needs to see something. and get a read on that, and you know, take advantage of that. We're gonna see him pass turn, another 15, and there's another prosperity. How many is he going to banish? I feel like he can't do a full banish 6 here. I just feel like he can't. But he is going to have to play through Valor and Nib. But this deck can definitely play through Nib because of its ability to go ahead and actually put up Infinity so fast. But that requires a certain set of cards. And I think he's deciding on which are the last 3 cards he's going to keep in the extra deck. Going for a... Oh, no. Banishing 3 here. So he's going to reveal Ash, Hers, and Galaxy Soldier. Probably wishing you could take both there, but Hers is going to be enough because I believe that will pair well with the Machine Dupe. So there's Hers and Machine Duplication. And we'll see if our opponent has a response to that. He is going to Chain Valor, so he has to summon Cyber Dragon Herses and not actual Cyber Dragons. But we know he has another Machine Dupe in hand, so he's going to go ahead and dupe the other one. Not once per turn, by the way, and I think this is going to go ahead and fall right into the arms of the Nibiru. There it is. That's a pretty huge Nibiru, and you definitely had to do it there. Yeah, so, yeah, insanely huge Nibiru token. Well, maybe not that huge, so I'm going to go ahead and calculate the stats for that. And this might be a very rough end for our Cyber Dragon player here. Having a copy of Imperm in hand, I see a Red Eyes, and I forget what that last card is. Back-to-back Prosperities, one getting ashed. Oh, it's a Jizakiro. Yeah, one getting ashed, and then the other one being follow-up being met with a Nib, and we will see Hers add back Hers. We'll see him set Imperm, and probably just hope this isn't enough. Still has enough cards in extra deck here to possibly have a chance next turn. We're going to see him draw a Gamma Seal. So he's going to go ahead and Kaiju over the token. Battle Phase here over for 800. Putting him down to 12. And we'll see him pass turn. No way to summon that Maximus right now. And we see him pick up a copy of Cyber Dragon Noxer. That could be absolutely huge here. At least getting him access to... Well, he can't get to Anaconda with Noxer because it does have that restriction. But I don't know. I feel like there's maybe a way here. With the current hand, he could also summon the Jizakiro to contact fusion with, so he will Kaiju over the Nibiru. I feel like, again, this is for contact fusion reasons. We'll see him normal summon the Hers, bring back the Cyber Dragon, and then contact fusion into Fortress and swing in for a decent amount of damage there, 21, and then I believe 2k from the Fortress, and he picks up a Invocation for turn. He's going to go ahead and scoop as he has game on board next turn. What an amazing turnaround. Cyber Dragon taking that one 2-1 in a very nail-biting finish there. If you guys want to see more of my content, click on one of the videos popping up on the bottom of the screen right now. And last but not least, a huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members, and they are Tweeter0226, Pony Stark, Keith Sidgers, Cadillacs84, and Black Ninja Money. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your extremely generous support of the channel.